Hi, it's Myozan here, and I am going to offer you some basic instruction today on how to sit Zen meditation. So, those of you that have never sat any kind of meditation before should find this series of short films quite helpful, and those that have sat in other meditation traditions and have never sat in the Soto Zen way, then you should find it equally helpful to establish a Zen practice. I'm going to look today, first of all, at the physical aspect of sitting, at the body, which is the foundation and essential rock on which your practice is built. It's essential to get the physical support, the physical aspect of sitting Zen meditation correct. So we're going to begin today with the body. And part of the body is the forms surrounding the practice of meditation. So there's a little bit of formality in terms of preparing your body and mind to sit in Zen meditation, what we call zazen, Zen meditation. So I'll begin by introducing the basic equipment, which is, it varies from person to person. I use a zafu, which is a round black cushion, like this, and a zafu, a round black meditation cushion, is standard to sit on in a Zen meditation context. I'm sitting on the zafu, the cushion is placed on what's called a zabuton, which is a kind of a padded, short, rectangular support for your knees, really. You could use a blanket folded up, or you could use a yoga mat folded in two. So the zafu and the zabuton. Some people prefer a meditation bench, and other people find it so uncomfortable to sit on the floor that they sit in a chair. And I'll also look at sitting in a chair today and how to do that correctly. The formality leading up to sitting a session of zazen meditation, of Zen meditation, is to prepare your body and mind to sit Zen. So what we do in the beginning to start our Zen meditation is we bow at the cushion, and we bow away from the cushion at all the other people that we're sitting with, even if we're on our own, to acknowledge all other sentient beings. And then we take our position on the cushion. At the end of the session, we also stand up slowly, we bow at our cushion, and we bow away from our cushion as well. Bowing is called gasho. It's just bringing your hands together like this and bowing from the waist. Not looking up like this, but just bowing from the waist like this. This is called gasho. And this bowing is done a lot in Zen to create the atmosphere of practice for your body and mind. So, to begin a session of Zen, let me show you how you approach your cushion. You walk up to the cushion. I'll do this from the side. You bow at the cushion, and you bow away from the cushion, and then you take your place on the cushion. So you've bowed away from the cushion, then you sit down and turn clockwise. Arrange your body in the position for meditation, and you sit. When you're finished at the end of a session of sitting, you bow again on your cushion, then you turn again clockwise, you get up, you fix your cushion so it looks nice and neat, getting ready for the next time you sit. You bow to the cushion, and you bow to all other sentient beings. Okay. Now, in the Zen tradition, we sit facing the wall, not too close up against the wall, which is a bit too constricting, but we do sit facing the wall when we're sitting with others, and this takes away all visual distractions. It stops us looking around the room because we do sit with our eyes open. I'll talk about that in a few moments. And yes, it takes away all those visual distractions, stops us comparing ourselves with others when we're sitting, and we sit, facing the wall. So we usually sit with people on either side of us. Okay. Now, what do we do with our body? Okay, there are a number of ways to sit physically, and I'm going to go through those today. The most frequent ways of sitting are one of the cross-legged positions. What's crucial about the cross-legged positions, and by the way, establishing a correct physical posture is very important to establish your practice. So what's important about all the cross-legged positions is that you have 3 points of contact with the floor, and this is to ensure this tripod contact with the floor ensures that you're very stable, and this stability of body aids the stability of mind. So let me just show you my legs here. So you often see depictions of meditation, for example, in magazines and newspapers, where the knees are up like this. This is very unstable. It is necessary that your knees can touch the floor, and then you're sitting on the cushion. That's the third point of contact. 1, 2, and where you're sitting on the cushion is the third point of contact, and this creates those 3 points of contact, which are very, very stable. Now, apart from that, what do you do with your legs? Well, you can sit half lotus with the foot up on the thigh, this foot or the other foot indeed, you could swap it around. Full lotus, which I'm not really able to do, but it's where you lift this other foot up onto the other thigh. So you have one foot on the thigh, the other foot on the other thigh. That's full lotus. If you can do it, it's very stable, but I find it too hard to do physically. So I sit in half lotus. So this is half lotus. What do we do with our hands? Our hands are brought together. The left hand is placed on the right hand. The thumbs touch lightly. The heel here supports what is called the mudra. So your hands are like this, nice oval shape. See the oval here in the middle? This is the hand gesture of zazen. Now this heel is supporting my hands. My hands are fine, but after sitting for quite a while, if I sit for a long time, the weight of my arms will create tension in my shoulders and back. Therefore, it's good to support your hands with your foot. In the full lotus, of course, you get support on both sides, so it's an ideal position if you can do it. The shoulders are relaxed. The chin is very slightly in. Don't tuck it in. Just have the general idea that the chin is in. That the top, the flat of the head is facing the sky. You're not leaning this way or this way. You're not leaning forward or back. Indeed, when you sit zazen, you'll see that often monks in Zen monasteries do a circular motion. Not only is this opening up the hips and stretching them, but it's finding the center of balance as you come in and the center close. You begin to close the circle and you begin to just rock a little bit to find your center of balance, and then you stop. Exhale. Maybe exhale very completely, and then breathe naturally through your nose, in and out. Don't try to control the breath, just breathe naturally, in and out. Through your nose. Your eyes are open, not too open, not very sleepy, closed, but half open in a natural, relaxed way, with the gaze on the floor in front of you in a diffuse manner, not focusing on any point, but your gaze just relaxing on the floor. That takes some time getting used to, particularly if you're used to sitting with eyes closed. So the eyes are open in Zen because we don't cut ourselves off from the world. We have our eyes open, just gently relaxing at a 45-degree angle on the floor. The shoulders are relaxed. The weight of the entire body is going down, and the earth is supporting you. Gravity is pushing your body down, and the earth is supporting you. So you're not using the muscle structure of your body to maintain the position, because you'll get very tired very fast and create a lot of problems in your back and shoulders. So it's a very relaxed but upright and relaxed and upright position. Your back has its natural S shape. It is not. You're not trying to make your back straight. That instruction for sitting Zen is often misunderstood. Your back is in its relaxed, upright natural S shape. Your head, which is the heaviest part of your body, is balancing perfectly on top of your spine. And your eyes are vertical, your eyes are horizontal, your nose vertical, down all the way to your navel. There's a line from where you're sitting all the way through up, out the top of your head. But it's very relaxed, and gravity does the work for you. And then you sit. Usually there are 3 bells that tell you that the sitting is beginning. Dong, dong, dong. After that, we try not to move. If you need to move, then just gasho, out of respect for the other people you're sitting with, and say, move down your leg or whatever, and then gasho, return. Okay? Now, to end a sitting, there's 1 bell, unless there's going to be walking meditation, and then there are 2 bells. Usually 1 bell. That's the end of the sitting. Okay, so we saw the full lotus, the half lotus. The Burmese is what I'm doing now. So the knees, the Burmese position, the knees are on the floor. 1 foot is in front of the other. You can swap it around if that's more comfortable. In fact, some teachers say that every second day you should swap around your legs and your hands. Every second day that you sit zazen, so as not to put your spine in the wrong alignment. Okay, so the half lotus, the full lotus, the other foot up here as well. The Burmese position, okay. These are the cross-legged positions. Many people also prefer seiza, which is a position you see often in martial arts. Essentially, seiza is sitting on your heels with your feet straight out. Not like this, not leaning on your toes like that. Feet out, sitting on the heels. Everything else is the same. The hands are brought in here, and you're sitting upright. Okay? Now, most people who sit seiza get the zafu, turn it on its side, and put it under there. This creates a great support. Okay? Allows you to sit with much greater comfort. Everything else about this position is the same. This chin is slightly, you have the idea that the chin is slightly in, everything is in alignment. And we have the mudra there. This is seiza. Okay. Now, if you can't sit in any of those positions, there is also a chair. You can sit in a chair. To sit in a chair, I'll do it slide on. To sit in a chair, everything is the same as zazen. You don't lean back, you don't lean forward, left or right. you sit in the middle of the chair with your feet not wearing shoes, with your feet flat on the floor. Both feet beside each other, shoulder width apart. Hands in mudra, shoulders relaxed, everything else in alignment, eyes open, down at 45 degrees on the floor. Don't lean back, you'll get sleepy. So, this is how to sit in a chair. Some people like to put a cushion on the chair or a cushion under their feet. This is another option. And zazen can be sat like this. When the bell rings, we try not to move. And we sit, breathing through the nose naturally. Okay. This is sitting in a chair. A couple other notes I just want to make about the physical aspect of sitting. And one is that the cushion you sit on should not be perfectly flat like that. It should be at an angle. So, you see the way I'm sitting? I'll show you from the side. If I sit flat on the cushion, my knees are kind of up. But if I wedge the cushion at an angle, it pushes my hips open, opens it up, and allows me to sit with greater ease. So the cushion should be pushing you a little forward, opening up your hips. It should be wedged at an angle that is very individual to you. Play around with it, because the tiniest little adjustment will make a huge difference to your sitting comfort. Right. So these postures, the full lotus, the half lotus, Burmese, seiza, sitting in a chair, these are your options for how to sit. Your hands are in the mudra. If you're not sitting in full or half lotus, you can get quite tired, your hands after a while, because the shoulders and back are holding them up. So you can put a little cushion here in your lap to rest your hands on. Some people roll up a towel and place it across their lap and use that to support their hands. That's fine. When you're sitting, you should be sitting in a relaxed, open state. Any tension you discover, just let it melt away. Physically, any tension you find in your body. And physically, when you're finished sitting zazen, also move very slowly. Maybe rock again to get your circulation back, to come back to movement. And then slowly stand up and bow to your cushion, bow away. If you're very sleepy, you can open your eyes and raise the gaze a little. If you're overexcited in your mind, you can bring down the gaze a little bit and shut it down a little bit. Also, the mudra is a kind of a barometer for your attention. You'll notice sometimes it collapses if you're getting sleepy. Sometimes you're too tense with the mudra, with the hands. And this allows you it gives you an insight into your state of mind, sometimes before you even consciously really realize your state of mind, and you can make adjustments. When you're sitting, your body is still digesting, breathing, living. So, it's not like being a statue. You're still alive. Make minor adjustments throughout your sitting. If you determine that you're a little leaning back too much, then just make a minor adjustment. So every now and then, check in on your body and make a minor adjustment during your zazen. These are the essential postures for sitting. So that's all I really want to say about the body today. I'll also look later on at the mind and other aspects of sitting Zen. So thank you for your attention today. Have a wonderful Zen practice.